It is the Zach Sang Show. We got Heather, we got Dan, and I'm so honored. Niall Horan is here.
Woo, finally.
Oh, look at you up there.
The pleasure is all mine.
No, I just watched you perform 2 songs, and I am beyond honored. The whole time you're performing, I'm soaking in your performance, and I'm thinking, what the hell did I do in my life to deserve you in my studio performing those beautiful records for us?
You made really good radio shows.
No.
That's what you did.
Wow.
And that's why we're all here together.
Well, I thank you for taking the time to do it. It really means a lot, man.
It must feel good to be able to perform more than just this town, though.
Exactly, yeah. I was doing all this kind of thing before Christmas that I was just monotonous and boring and a real big anticlimax for anyone watching. I remember one time I think I spoke to you about this before. I flew to Canada from LA to Toronto for all of about an hour. Oh. Arrived, did a half a sound check, performed for 3.5 minutes, got on a plane and flew back to LA. So it was a bit like anticlimactic for me, more so than anyone, to be honest.
But that's also like really tiring. Traveling in like 24-hour periods is tiring, but going in and out same day, that could wear on you for only like an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's not the first time I've done the whole traveling thing, but yeah, it is. Just going for one song is probably not the best thing. Now that we've got a few more, it's better. I played a couple of shows this weekend, and it was great.
We're at 3 right now. We got Slow Hands, obviously, which I think is a smash record. So prepare yourself for that one, man.
Fingers crossed.
Obviously, we have This Town, and then we have On the Loose. You performing that song for the first time this weekend, were you nervous at all? How'd you prepare?
I wasn't nervous. The way I'm only ever nervous if I'm underprepared. And I try and rehearse as much as I can to make sure that we're not all over the place and we know exactly what we're doing. But I was nervous because there's probably nothing worse than playing a song to 15,000 people that don't know the song that you're playing.
Yeah,
That's true.
Literally, I've had 15,000 people stand in front of me with a camera just going.
And blank stares.
And that was a bit odd, but I was fine then.
Which is obviously the complete opposite of the One Direction shows, where you can perform anything or do anything and everybody knows what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. To be honest, I was expecting it to be, obviously it's not going to be as crazy as 1D, so I just kind of I was expecting that. But yeah, it was a little bit odd playing the song for the first time, but it's a good song. Everyone was up dancing even though they didn't know it. And it's good to move to. I
have a feeling that you're a little bit of a perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
Are you your own worst critic?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So before you release a record, how many times are you soaking that baby in?
Slow Hands, my manager is probably laughing over there. we went through about 10 or 15 mixes of it before and we were just listening back and forth. Before we released it, it was very it was very tedious.
But that's the process.
Yeah, that's what it's about. It's probably the most mixes I've ever listened to ever, but it was fun, and yeah.
But there's a different responsibility attached to this music than any of the music before.
Yeah.
These are, before you had a child, and it was your child, but you shared that child with other dudes.
Yeah.
Now this is your own baby.
Like 3 men and a little baby.
Yeah. And now there's only one guy and a baby. And it's solely yours, and you got to take total responsibility for it.
Yeah, I'm a single dad.
Yeah. Do you like the solo life?
It's been great. It's been different, obviously. Mm-hmm. Like the other night in San Diego, I said, this is our new single, Slow Hands. And you just there are things that you don't think about.
No. Because you got so used to it. It's like muscle memory.
Yeah, it literally is. So it just kind of happens without, you say things without thinking. Yeah. And it just happened. And I was like, you're an idiot. No. But yeah, it was, it's different. But it's a lot quicker, we don't have to shepherd everyone around, we had a lot of people with us all the time. So now it's just me in a car and turn up with a guitar on my neck and play and leave.
It's very natural. Even when you were here performing, just the fact that it was just you, your friend on a cajon, who, by the way, watch the performances that Niall did here. Your friend's face in these performances are just, they're real. I could describe what it looks like he's doing, and it's a combination between a sexual act and starting his day. Yeah. And it's
starting his day. Someone just said there that he looks like a fish coming out for air.
See that.
Yeah. He's probably out there just going, you idiots. Yeah, but Jerry's a friend of mine. He actually played the last few years with James Bay. Him and James are good friends, and they've toured together for the last few years. So he was like, James is obviously not doing anything at the minute apart from writing and stuff. So he was like, if you're putting a band together, give me a shout. And he pulled the band together, and we did auditions and stuff like that. And there's more than us, but it's great.
And he was the guy leading the band with the faces.
Wow.
But you get into it too. You close your eyes. You get real deep.
Yeah.
What do you think about? Are you thinking about the next lyric, or are you?
Just don't mess up here.
Yeah.
Because my voice is a bit tired this morning, as you can probably tell.
Nobody can tell. I think that's you saying.
I mean,
it's
I heard
tired.
it, but I didn't want to say anything.
Thanks, at least you're honest. And then I was just thinking, try and control it here. Control it here. Relax. Take it easy. Because you can oversing.
Can you?
Yeah. I just
How?
messed it all up for everyone. Start cracking and...
I thought it was beautiful, man.
Thanks, bud.
Okay, I want to get into life a little bit here, right? There's obviously a huge change going from band to being solo. We covered that a little bit. I want to know, like, what was the first time you realized your life was going to be different forever?
I don't know if there was ever a particular time. I guess to the public, it blew up like one day, just went, and it happened. It seems like it happened really fast. But when you're in it every day, it feels a lot slower. At the same time, it feels like it's quick.
Yeah.
But I don't think there was any particular time where I thought, I don't know. I guess coming over here was quite a big deal. Coming to the States was like we went on the tour with Big Time Rush.
Yeah. Which, by the way, that was really the One Direction tour.
Ah, well,
Yeah.
it was their tour, but
No.
we were there and we just tagged along.
And then the venue emptied after you guys went on. Like, you guys would go out into the lobby or whatever. I
Yeah.
remember at Radio City, and it would just be vacant.
Well, I had been gone by then, so I didn't see it.
It was sad for the other guys.
They were great guys. And then coming over here in general was great. And then the time I thought we're onto something here was the day our first album went #1. And because we were the first band, from the UK or Britain or Ireland or wherever to debut at #1 in America. And it was just a bit of a shock to the system. I remember getting a phone call. We were all waiting. We were sitting down signing like 4,000 copies to give away to stations, and to make sure that everyone got the album and tried to help us to #1. We were doing everything. We all did like 50 phoners each on the phone. We were doing it all. And then we got it, and I was on the way to Madison Square Garden to watch a basketball game, and we jumped out of the taxi. Taxi driver kicked us out. It was me and a friend of mine were in the taxi, and we started screaming and shouting in the car, so he kicked us out onto the street. And I guess that was the moment.
Wow.
That was the moment where
Reality set in.
7th Avenue looked a lot different. I was walking down it.
Wow.
But yeah, it was that. I guess that was the day. Also, there was a couple of things like the VMAs. The first year we went to it,
Yeah.
we won 3 awards that night, which was
I mean, that's...
mind blown. Like it was just, I can't even fathom it.
How do you stay grounded after all that? Or do you not?
I try my best.
Or do you have to reach a certain level of not being grounded for you to realize that I got to go back down?
Nah, you just like, we all had each other.
Yeah.
We were with each other every day. We had a good team around us all the time. Most of them are here.
Yeah.
We just found it easy. Like, I think it's because we had a childhood.
Yeah.
We had up to 16, 17 years old. So we didn't have to overthink it. We just went out there and had a good time. I guess it is easy to lose your head a little bit. And that's why I feel sorry for the people that do, because they're on their own. They don't have the people with them all the time and stuff.
And now, I mean, One Direction has kind of groomed you for the journey you're currently on, like the next chapter in your life, right? Because one, you experience all of that from before, you learn from it, and now you're kind of ready to be an adult and take it all on your own.
Yeah, it's crazy that I'm only 23. That's the maddest part.
There's so much time left.
Got to make this work. But yeah, it was I know how the industry works.
Yeah.
I know what I have to do. I want to do it. I love making music, and it's kind of in a way easy for me. In terms of like just going and doing it.
You say easy, but it didn't really... Music was always in your life from a very early age. Did you really teach yourself how to play guitar on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah? Your brother got a guitar. He didn't want it.
Yeah.
Gave it to you.
Yeah, it was a little Spanish thing.
Yeah.
Little nylon string.
Do you remember the first song you were actually able to play and show off to people around you?
Everyone Goes for Wonderwall by Oasis. That seems to be like the song.
That is it. It's easy to play. I'm assuming it's easy to play.
Yeah, it's like E minor, G, D, C. Or
Exactly.
something.
Where are your parents, like, how are they involved in your life now?
Yeah, obviously I don't get to see them a lot.
Yeah.
But and I'm away a lot. So I was doing up. I got a house here, and I was doing it up, and I don't want them to come and see it until it's finished. So it was like a whole refurb thing that I was doing.
Why is that like a big deal? Do you want them to see
It's a perfectionist thing.
that?
until it's perfect. I don't want anyone coming near it. So they can come over now. That's your invite.
There you go.
And and when I go back, I'll go and try and get to Ireland and stuff like that.
Cool.
Did you go back to Ireland to record the album?
No, I did.
What?
I did. I know.
Well, Irish flavor in
dare
there. You
you.
got to get back there.
I wanted to. My producer was from Nashville,
Okay.
and the deal was he would come here to LA.
Mm-hmm.
So I recorded it here in one of the best rooms around. And that was a completely different process itself. I never recorded like that. Full band, full, big room, all the big studios and stuff like that. I've never done it like that before.
I loved seeing the whole progress on Instagram, by the way. It was really cool. I mean, and you're right, there was real instruments, it was a real recording process. You're playing guitar in the entire album?
Yep.
Do we have a release date on this album?
Not as much. Yeah, I'm hoping autumn heading into winter.
Okay.
Definitely before Christmas, yeah.
And you have records done for it already, obviously.
Yeah, it's finished.
It's all done.
Yeah, I finished it the other day. Now I have to go and, sit with producers and listen to the kind of mixing and stuff like that.
So what are we waiting on? Is it you being a perfectionist?
I'm waiting on working this single.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling. Doing promo with this, doing all the TV shows, all the interviews around the world. So I'm going to be. That takes up the summer.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the summer, I'll be ready to go again.
Are you going to take the album with you, soak it in on the road?
Like, listen to it?
Yeah.
Well, I always listen to it anyway.
Constant.
Yeah, just to make sure that we got it right. A couple of things I'm changing at the minute, so
Really?
yeah.
Like what?
A couple of drum sounds, things here and there that I'm not happy with. But yeah, don't worry.
Is it fun being in the studio, calling all the shots instead of somebody like bringing it to you and be like, "Hey, this is what you're recording today"?
Yeah, it was great. That part was great. In fairness, we were very heavily involved at 1D, but we also were busy touring at the same time, so there was a lot we couldn't do.
Yeah.
I think what was on my side this time was time. Mm-hmm. When I said to when the label signed me, and I'd obviously had chats, previous to that with management. I kind of said it to them like, give me time, I'll kind of let you know when I'm done, type thing.
And then go.
Because there was a period before Christmas where I thought I was done. And then I wrote Slow Hands in January or February, and I started writing some good stuff, and then I went through a period of bad stuff, and that just happens. And yeah, I'm glad I kept going, to be honest.
Wow. So as of December, how many songs did you have ready to go that you thought were ready?
I probably had written 20 or 30 by then.
Wow. And what sparked the new creative?
I don't know. I just went into I had 1 or 2 sessions left.
Okay.
And then I just went in and I'd written a couple of good ones in a row. And then I was like, no, I need to keep going. And it was good. It was good. Like, you think it's over and then it's not over. So maybe it's not over yet.
It's never over.
Oh.
Are you still writing right now?
No, I've stopped writing.
Okay.
I'm done with being in the studio now.
Yeah.
They're long days. Like, they're like 11, 12-hour days. Seeing the same people in the same smelly room.
Creatively draining.
Same.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of listening. There you go. There's a lot of there's a lot of sitting around and listening to the same tedious. Like, if your finger moves on a string and you hear that, like, we want to get rid of that. Jakir King, my producer, was just like so tedious on the tiniest little things like that we would go and do the same thing again.
But you need to.
Yeah.
Those little things make a difference.
It definitely made a difference, but Jakir, never again, man.
Well, you were moving forward. Do you think you have a group in the studio that you're comfortable with, and this is your consistent crew?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool.
There was I was doing a lot of sessions with people that I'd never worked with before, and sometimes when you don't work with people before, it can be a little bit uncomfortable, or you can't. I've got like 100 things I want to write about. Some of them I don't want to talk about with people that I don't know.
Yeah.
So I ended up going back to like Julian and John Ryan, who did all the 1D stuff, who I'm best friends with.
They know you.
So it was easy for me to sit down and write some of my better songs with them.
It's like changing up a therapist. They know everything about you.
Changing up a therapist.
It's true.
I don't have one of them, but
Well, you write songs. It's just as good, I think.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Splurging it all
I'm
out.
actually currently looking for a therapist. So if anybody out there is looking for clients,
You can come over and talk to me. I'll chat to it.
will you help me?
I'll write an album, a concept album about your life.
Dude,
Oh, that'd be scary.
that's going to be dark. It's going to be
You
weird.
don't want to do that.
I think that could be a project one day, though. Will blonde Niall ever rise again?
I keep getting asked that. I feel like that's the general consensus that I should. I do miss the blonde, but I think I just got bored of every month having to go and
Diet?
sit there for like 3 hours.
Ugh.
It's just like
Waste of
a
time.
pain in the ass. It's just like might as well just leave it the way it is.
Whose ideal was blonde to begin with?
Mine. I started doing it when I was like 12 or 13.
Oh, wow.
So 10 years is a long time
Eh.
putting that crap in your hair.
This is a mature look. I like this.
Thanks.
I like the brown.
Thanks.
It's good.
So you always say that One Direction's going to get back together one day. Do you actually believe that?
Yeah, 100%. We're never going to be as successful on our own as we were at One Direction, and we all know that.
What? And by the way, that's a really intense thing to understand and come to terms with, right?
It's kind of there. It's pretty black and white, to be honest.
I think you'll do all right there.
Yeah, I think we're all having a great time doing what we're doing at the minute.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing their own thing, having a bit of a laugh. Harry's got his movie out. Louis doing his thing. Liam's just about to bring out a new song. I'm doing mine.
What is this Liam chain thing? Like the chains
He's
and
just been wearing these like big. You should weigh this chain. I swear to God, it's like weighs like heavier than this whole rig here.
wearing that chain would make me a man. I'd actually be honored.
Honestly, he's going around and he looks like Brock Lesnar, the wrestler. He's walking out with the biggest shoulders. He's been carrying this. I seen him the other day and he was like putting it on me and that's crazy.
Has there always been a gangster swag side to him?
He's always like got that. He used to wear like handkerchiefs hanging out of his pockets and stuff like that.
Dope.
He's always had that little bit to him.
It's been gradual. Started with the handkerchiefs, now it's at 10-pound chains.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's everyone's good. So everyone's just having their own good time at the minute, and then whenever it comes, it's going to happen, and it's going to be big, I'd imagine.
Yeah. What's the craziest thing you've spent money on?
I'm pretty. I wouldn't say I was stingy, but I'm pretty like. I don't feel like I need to spend it.
Okay. You want to sit? Do you
Yeah.
invest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit
Make
here and
more,
there.
spend less.
Yeah, and just kind of like I don't need an extravagant life.
You
So-
DD. I've seen like photos of you like driving your friends to the bar around town. Like you don't even get like you do. You're very humble.
Yeah, I'm easy going.
It's nice.
I don't need all of that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. We're getting wrapped. I had a whole conversation ready to go, but this was beautiful.
Ask more, go.
No, we got to wrap. Mother's Day was good for you though.
It's not Mother's Day where we're from.
So what?
So I just went and said Happy Mother's Day and as well, and she was like, "Oh, that's 2 in 1 year." Yeah. So our one's in March or something like that. So I kind of missed the boat on that one. Well, yeah, all good.
Okay. How do you start your day?
This morning, had a shower.
Nice.
Listen to music in the shower.
Yeah. What do you listen to now?
I wish I hadn't said I listened to it in the shower now because it sounds weird, but
Your own stuff.
big into Maren Morris at the minute.
Oh, nice.
Country.
I enjoy her.
She's really unbelievable, and that voice is insane.
What are we thinking here? Like, is there maybe a collaboration? Like, if you like somebody and you like their vibe, will you reach out to them?
We have to go and ask the questions.
Yeah.
I guess that'd be great. I would love that.
Let's put that out into
Because
the
I went to
universe.
watch her. I went to watch that festival
Stagecoach.
Stagecoach. Sorry, Soundstage. Where did I get that from? And I went to watch that, and she was playing at it, and it was phenomenal.
Wow.
And Shania Twain and Willie Nelson.
He's pretty sweet.
He's got this like hole. Have you ever seen the guitar he plays?
What-
He's got this like hole in his guitar. He's played it that much over the years that it's actually bored a hole,
Oh, wow.
and feels like it's about 100 years old.
Is that like a
Just
goal
like
for
him.
you now?
That's great. That's what I'm gonna like.
I want to play my.
You gotta play guitar so hard.
Hit the guitar so hard that I'm gonna put a hole in it. But yeah, that
Call
was
it a
cool.
Willie Nelson.
So I'm been to the country thing at the minute
Okay.
because
Cool.
we don't have your country music
No.
over there apart from like the ones that travelled like
And make.
Garth Brooks and Shania Twain
Yeah.
and a couple of others. But apart from that, we don't. So I'm getting into it now. Thomas Rhett.
He's great. I like Thomas Rhett a lot.
Yeah, he's great. He's
Yeah.
a really nice guy. Maren Morris. All those guys, yeah.
You call
Talk
people
about it
lovers in
later.
real life?
I kind of do it like it's like a, all right, lovers.
I like it.
It's like, oh, mate.
Hello, lovers.
All right, lovers.
Do you have one lover?
I don't. I'm single. Yeah, very single.
By choice?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Do you have an
that's what I'm
album?
going to say anyway.
I get it.
Do you have an album name yet?
Oh, I don't, but I'm thinking about all of them kind of things now. What the album cover is going to look like, what my logo is going to look like, what the name's going to be, what the stage is going to look like. These are all things that are going on.
But it's all yours,
Yeah,
right?
which is great. I want my shows. When I do shows, I want my shows to be more like gigs than shows, because I've done the shows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've done every show that you can think of. I've had the biggest stages, so it's time to kind of take it down a little bit. And,
Intimacy is key.
yeah,
Cool.
so I'm glad.
Are you a competitive person?
Competitive with myself.
Okay.
Like
It's the best way to be.
Everyone is in it together.
Yeah.
The music industry. So I don't feel the need to have to compete against them.
Which I think is
And we're all making different types of music as well.
hopefully.
Yeah.
But now I hear around town that you're bringing back folk, and people now want to go folk. You know?
Well,
You set the tone.
come
Come on over.
Everyone make folk music. Let's do
come
it.
with me.
That's the point. It's the point of folk music.
Yeah, exactly.
And you do have really cool friends. You and Haley Steinfeld. I saw that on
I love
Instagram.
Haley. She's a legend.
She's a good egg.
She's a legend.
She is the funniest person I know. She's great.
Legend.
Okay.
It's all good.
Niall Horan, thanks for hanging out.
Thank you.
Jack Sang, thank you so much. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
There you go.